Hey guys, it's Special K. I wanted to start off this video by saying thank you to every single one of you that subbed to me. We got over 1,000 subs this week, and it's actually just flying up. It's over 1,200 now. Thank you so much. If you're brand new, welcome. If you've been here since the beginning, can't wait to continue this journey with you guys. But let's get into this one. Immortal Codex is in full swing. We've got Conqueror, Hellfire Emperor, which is the brand new boss. It's Sul'Kaden's, who's one of my favorite champs in the game, so I kind of like beating him up. And then Lord of the Sticks, which is one of my team's absolute bests. Right now, I'm ranked 10. I'm sure it'll go down, but still top 50. This video is going to cover Hellfire Empire, though. Brand new boss, all defenders, really kind of a cool, keep them away from the boss mechanic to it. Let's get right into it. So you can see here, Hellfire Apocalypse, Hellfire Emperor. The Hellfire Emperor summons monsters, compelling them to move towards him. These monsters gradually lose HP, and upon their demise, they deal damage to the Hellfire Empire while restoring HP to the nearest hero. It's imperative for heroes to prevent the absorption of these monsters by the Hellfire Empire, for it boosts his attack. The Hellfire Emperor periodically deals damage to his enemies. Boss rush enhancements. Heroes' HP will continuously regenerate. So what's going to happen is there are two snake-like tracks on the sides. Sul'Kaden sits in the middle, and there are only 4 spots on either side that you can use and 1 in the middle. The goal is basically just to block these enemies as long as you can. They're going to get periodically hit for damage, and then if they're blocked, they get way more damage, like 8 or 9 times more damage. When they die, the boss takes damage, and whoever is blocking them will end up getting healed. And it's a significant heal too. Really helps keep them alive. And also, like the later stages of melee promo raid, you're gonna get healed just by being there. It's just like a universal heal every once in a while. Let's take a look at the team that I ran and how I set them up to get to this top 50 run. All right, first up is King Hars. King Hars is in Guardian. He's just under 80k HP, 10.5k defense. Nothing else really matters. You can't do damage to these enemies. If you hit them, it does 1 damage. So there's no sense in bringing any crit. There's no sense in bringing any attack, anything at all. The only way they get hurt is the damage that comes in from the boss and from being blocked. Hars is in a Bastion Ring. You're going to see a pattern here. Got Brokir. Brokir is also in Guardian. Again, you're going to see a pattern here. 112k HP. 8,500 defense, a little bit of rage regen. Brokir is also in a Bastion Ring. Just level 1 though, no promotions in it. The way I handled it was I gave the best promoted Bastion Rings to the weakest champs. So you'll see further down the line, someone like Evelyn, who's not as strong as Brokir is or as Oleg, she ended up with a higher promoted Bastion Ring. We got Oleg. Oleg's in a broken set, 75k HP. 8,700 defense. Again, a little bit of rage regen. If you could get more rage regen on Oleg and Evelyn, you'd be well served. Both of them, when they use their alts, and most people don't know what Brokir's alt is because we never use it. We're always told don't use it. But here it helps because he gets an extra block while he's in his alt. Bastion Ring, 10 out of 13. Got Evelyn. She's in Guardian. She's got 76k HP, 8,500 defense, 15% rage regen. Can you guess? Do you know what it is? What do you think it is? What's she wearing? Oh my gosh, she's wearing a Bastion Ring. 22 out of 25. This is the best one I have. It usually lives on Brokir. Got Reeve. Reeve is 80k HP, 9,200 defense, 64.5% rage regen, and a little bit of healing effect because Reeve can heal himself. So I'm okay with having a little healing effect on there. Would I love for this to be a Guardian set? Sure, but to get these stats, I had to make some adjustments. Reeve's also in a Bastion Ring. Second best one I have usually lives on Oleg, 16 out of 19. And that rage regen is important. The more he can do his ult, the more he can slow people, the better off you are. Regulus is in a broken set. He's 103k HP, 9,200 defense, a little bit of rage regen, but I don't even use his ult, so that doesn't really matter. Once again, he's in a Bastion Ring. They're all in Bastion Rings. 1 promotion, 10 out of 13. So that's the team. Let's take a look and see how we did. So there's my boy Solkadins. And what you'll see is those two snake-like patterns that I said. I'm going to put Oleg up front, super survivable. You know, he's always shielding himself, so we want him up front. We've got Hars and Regulus behind him. On the other side, we've got Brokir, Avalon, and Reeve. I'm pointing Reeve in. I don't know if it makes a difference, but this was my best run, and I pointed him in. So I'm going to keep doing it. So you can see Oleg blocks 4, a couple squeeze through to Hars. You can see when he hits, it does 1 damage. When they're out in space, it does like 14k damage. Once they get blocked, and you might be able to see it here, 111,000. So it's big difference between when they're blocked and when they're just hanging out. So we get through that first phase, and now we're right into the boss rush. Don't need to worry about alting right away. You know, there isn't enough guys that come in this first wave to even worry about it. You know, we're just one's getting through on over here on this side. Nobody's gotten through to Reeve. Same thing here. No real big deal. You know, Regulus is finishing off that last guy before the next guy comes, so we're all good. On this next one, I am gonna ult. All right, right around when it gets to D, I think is a comfortable place. You can see here just a couple getting through. Both of these guys, Regulus and Reeve, can block 4, so they're doing just fine. Still not in any big trouble. I'm going to ult with Reeve just because, you know, we're starting to get to 3. So if another one sneaks through, we're right at the tip of what we can carry. And one of the beauties of Reeve is that he's slowing everyone. So he's holding more people up. They're moving slower. You know, they spend more time on him, and it gives them time to get a couple extra people down. And then you don't have to worry about whether or not they're going to sneak by. Okay. You'll see a couple guys sneak through here, but right there, you see Reeve's slow held these last 2 up until him and Regulus were able to clear. So that means a couple more didn't make it to the boss because of it. This boss, when he starts getting bodies in him, is very, very hard hitting. Okay. He's like insanely hard hitting once he gets, 10 or so in him. You can see we've already lost Hars. Regulus is in really bad shape. Reeve's holding on. We're still S+. We're just about to trickle over into triple S. There we go. And now you can see he's got, we didn't even have to go. We ran out of time. So I didn't have to watch him die, which was awesome. 188,500. So 1.88 million out of this team. So that number puts us at number 50 right now. Is it going to go down? Sure. But I bet you it's a top 100 run all the way through. And you start looking at who did the most hits. You know, it's Reeve, it's Avalon, it's Brokir. There really isn't much here, but you can see how much he saved himself. He really keeps himself up. You can see a lot of the teams are gone. You know, if I had Praetus, if you have Praetus and Hars, there's an incredible strat. I'll try to find one and link to it. I think Slicks has one that is just amazing. But yeah, that puts us in 50. There's a bunch of other people here too. So it's pretty good. Oh, and my boy Win the Gray is just over me. You got me by 2. Oh, my boy Win the Gray is just over me. Got me by 1/10 of a million. That A3 Reeve is really nice. Deegs is down at 32. That must be eating him up. Victor Tess in the top, just out of the top 10. Lucifer DDM, top 10. Great run, Lucy. Our Leo, top 2. How do I improve it from here? I really think it's just awakenings in Reeve. That A3 increases the slowing effect area. So he's going to do more slow. Cost doesn't matter in this one. And then I don't know if he kills them or they die, but it would increase the boiling brine by a second on everyone, I think, which is what slows them down. That might be helpful, but we're talking A5. It's Reeve, so he's limited. So you're talking about 5 soul stones. There's also some space here. You know, he's got 2 more slows there. He's got a little bit more HP regen, which in this build doesn't really matter because I think he's pretty close. And then 1 more in his ultimate, which was an extra half second on stun. That could be very, very big to hold those people out for that extra half second. I mean, other than that, I think artifacts is really the only way to go. Survivability. You could see at the end that some people started dying, and then, you know, all of a sudden the floodgates open. You end up not being able to block more. I would hazard a guess that if you look through some of these top teams, that they're going to have higher awakenings on their Bastion Rings. Yeah, there's another 19. Another 19. So yeah, more awakenings would absolutely help out. And Cyrus is really, really good for this, especially, like I said, paired with Hars, because he can actually put shields on the skeletons that Cyrus summons. Titus is another weird one. I mean, he's got a built-in revive, and his cost doesn't matter. So if you've got a Titus and you're struggling with this might be the place to build it. I think Fastidious has a comp with Titus. I'll link that down below. Let's take a look at Wynn's team, see where he is. 25 on Hars. Oh, flat on Oleg, flat on Brokir. 19 on Avalanche. Ooh, but that's a Astral Obelisk. So rage regen. He's just trying to keep her getting that. 25 on Reeve and 25 on Gun. All right, so that's going to do it for this one. I hope it helps. If you've got any questions, please leave a comment down below. Be sure to answer. Good luck with your runs. Thanks for checking out this one, and I'll catch you on the next one.